Welcome back. I'm Chan Chan, the Tech Man. I got another Amber Heard video for you today. Some more news has come out today as a secret recording captures Amber Heard admitting she started a physical fight with Johnny Depp as she brands him a big baby during 2 hour long role. See, the audio was released by Mr. Depp's legal team as Miss Heard started her first day giving evidence in libel trial. It begins with ex-couple arguing over whether she punched him, as Miss Heard says, "I'll hit you, but you're fine." Depp says Depp says she had closed fists, but Heard says the difference between me and you are you, baby. Hmm. Uh, ads. Mr. Depp repeatedly tells her that she would start physical fight with him, so had to get the out of there. Said she would start a physical fight, so he had to get out of there. He recorded a 2 hour role with Amber Heard where she called him, I read that, admitted to starting a physical fight with him. The audio was released. So he's he's older than her, and you know he is starting to get up there in age, so that could really, she could hurt him. Miss Heard uh, started her first day giving evidence, uh, and I did not deck you. She said she didn't deck him. She hit him, but you're fine. She didn't hurt him. So she admitted to it. In other words, because he needs to grow up, I guess, and stop being a baby. And it don't matter how hard she hit him. To her, it shouldn't have hurt. It was a closed fist, and she admitted it as a closed fist, but she didn't deny it here. But she told him to basically tough up. You need to take it. And Mr. Depp tells her she would start physical fights with him, so he had to get out of there after she struck him. So he left. I said then said she did start physical fights. Yes, so you did the right thing, but goes on with what is your excuse when there's no physical fight and you still run away? Huh? So she is saying here that he doesn't hit her, but he runs away. I wonder why, if there's physical fights, and him I'm running away when there is none. I wonder why. You don't want to be around that person. That's why. I mean, hello. You don't have to have a physical fight not to want to be around someone, because if they just have a physical fight, you just don't want to fool with them. That's why. And that's common sense. If they're abusive, you don't want to be around them, even when they're not being abusive. They kind of are being abusive, if that makes sense. Even though they're not hitting, they could be verbally abusive, or you could just think about the times they was abusive, and you just don't want to be around them. It just makes sense because you don't know when they're going to do it again. That's why he leaves. You can still call me names. You're a hypocrite. You're a baby. If they give a taste, if they give a taste of it to you, you're new, but you can dish it out. Well, I don't know what that means, but she admits that she is a physical, but she didn't say that he was physical. just that he can dish it out. That doesn't mean he was being physical. I guess maybe when he gets sick of it, he'll just, well, you want to be, sometimes you get sick of it, you might want to argue if they're constantly being physical abusive mentally. Sometimes you got to defend yourself. And she's saying that's bad when he's trying to defend himself. It's not bad to try to defend yourself. It's defending. She only resorted to violence and throwing things at that when she felt her life was threatened. Yeah, there's no evidence of that. Besides, I'll show you here in a minute here. That the evidence she had was clearly not evidence. This site has just got a lot of stuff on it. When asked by Mrs. Why a number of witnesses over the course of the trial said they heard have seen Heard attack Depp, she replied, they didn't see our arguments. His employees didn't see our arguments. These things happen behind closed doors. Yeah, well, you know, that doesn't. I guess what she trying to say, yeah, because you just didn't see him doing it, but they definitely saw her do it, and she said that they saw her do it, but she's saying he did it, but nobody saw it. Well, in other words, she don't have any evidence for it besides that one evidence. It turns out it's not really evidence. He has evidence, she doesn't. That's what it comes down to. It's just her word, but he's got multiple people backing him up. She said she never got violent. Yeah, there's no evidence. Ain't nobody saw him hit her, and cause she felt threatened. There's no evidence of that, and they played a recording about the conversation. So it's clearly that there was no evidence of him being bad in the recording. It was clear she was the one doing it, and he said that he would, and she got on him because he wasn't there. He would just leave because he didn't want to be around that. And I already did a story about that, saying he didn't want to be around that. He wanted out of it. And she, in another recording, she missed it throwing pots. She's the one that she throws the pots and pans at Mr. Depp. And yeah, to escape him. Yeah, she said he's being a baby, so that doesn't sound like, what is it? Is he being baby and not wanting to fight, or is he fighting? Well, you can't have both. There, she's saying that he's being a baby. In other words, he didn't want to fight, and well, she's contradicting herself here. Is it, what is it? Is he being abusive, or is he being a baby not wanting to fight? She said in recording he was being a baby not wanting to fight and running off. So that clearly says that he's not fighting. She's on trial. She's saying he's being abusive, but in real life, in the recordings, that says another story. She's good at lying, and I'll get in another story here in a minute. I'm not going to read the rest of this. This clearly says what here. You can clearly see in this article here. I went over some of it here, and I don't want to make this too long of a video. Said Amber Heard, she denied leaving human excrement in the bed for her 30th birthday and blames it on the dog who suffers bowel problems. Yeah, blame it on the dog. Yeah, blame it on the. I think you know the difference between a dog and a person. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, you don't have to guess, is that a dog or not. I mean, if it's big enough, it looks like it's a human. You know, come on. You clearly know what's the difference between a dog and a human. But she tries to blame it on the dog. I'm glad the picture's blurred out. But that little dog, they clearly will not make a human-sized stuff. But and here's she claimed that she heard a rumor that here it is. She claims she heard a rumor that he pushed Kate Moss down the stairs. Well, where's the evidence for that? There's just a rumor, and I've never heard anything about that. So she's showing have show telling a rumor during court. Is that's not legal? It's not admissible. You got to have facts, and she's Kate Moss has never said that, and so she's heard a rumor that something happened a long time. Well, why did she marry him then? You know, if she's that scared of him. That's silly. Um, proves that maybe it should, uh, that's another proof that she was out for the money. Um, I want to get to this one. Here's a photo. It proves that she lied. Here, see, this was after a day after one of them supposed attacks happened, but there's no proof there at all. And this is her younger sister. She's not a lookalike. Her younger sister doesn't look like her. I mean, maybe a little, but she looks like somebody else, another actress, but she don't look like her. Well, it shows that she's clearly she wasn't beat. Uh, she wasn't beaten in this. Um, doesn't look like her lips slightly swollen. I don't see any evidence of that, and they submitted that photo today. So go ahead and close that one. And she said she deliberately uh, cut herself before claiming he attacked her during a 3-day hotel room hostage situation, as they show her photo of patio door where she could have left by at any time. So she claims there's a hostage situation, but she cut herself and she could have left any time. So that's another one that they submitted that she lied. She deliberately cut herself. Um, and she said she's denied having an affair with Elon Musk and James Franco, but she says that the next day he was there and asked something about her face. So she kind of is telling on herself and on that. And there's a lot of evidence that she did have an affair with Elon Musk, and he offered security. There's another one supposedly, he offered security, and so that's evidence of having she had an affair. Um, and she don't have any. She keeps throwing out this stuff, but she doesn't have any proof. And like I said, nobody has witnessed her getting in a fight. Nobody witnessed him getting in a fight with her, but everybody's witnessed her getting in a fight with him. She said she promised she wouldn't get physical again. She just gets so mad. This is the old story, but I think I already covered this one. But this is she's saying she won't promise you. That's why he leaves, because she can't promise she won't get physical again. So there's no proof that he's got physical. She's contradicting herself. Like I already said he's a baby. What is it? Is he a baby or is he getting physical? As it doesn't sound like a person. She doesn't sound like in that recording that she was afraid of him. She was telling him he was a baby and all of this and that. So if she was afraid of him, she wouldn't have been saying that. That's not the sound. Somebody doesn't say that if they're afraid of somebody. That just doesn't make sense to me. Um, and throwing pots and pans and all of that, and him. So I just wanted to make. I don't want to make this video any longer than it is. So I just wanted to share this little story, and thank you for tuning in. And my website is chansmith.me. You can go there, appreciate it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, my other videos. Share my website, my YouTube channel, my videos on your social networking. Appreciate it. If you want to donate, the link is on my website. Appreciate it. And the link to my YouTube channel is also on my website. Comment on the videos. Be nice. Go on my website. You can comment too. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.